Hey, I'm Randy and I'm the Cheap Audio Man. Here at the Cheap Audio Man, we don't feel like audio equipment, amps, DACs, speakers, turntables, surround processors, receivers, subwoofers, should cost more than eradicating black mold from your house, because black mold is the silent killer. So sit down. Sorry, hold on. Sit down, grab a cup of coffee, and let's talk about the SMSL SA300 DAC amp. Today's sponsor is John S.'s Rock and Roll Squids. When you want a real octopus but you can't get one, why don't you settle on one of John S.'s Rock and Roll Squids? He looks like he's having a good time at a Korn concert. Rock and roll. 8-legged rock and roll squid octopus. All right, SMSL SA300. What is it? It's a DAC amp for your speakers. Puts out 80 watts into 4 ohms times 2, about 40 or 50 watts into 8 ohms times 2. Okay, it's got a DAC in it. All right, so you don't have to go and buy a separate DAC. It's got subwoofer out, Bluetooth in, RCA in, and then micro USB DAC in. Okay, let's take a look at the back of it. What's on the back? What's on the back? There we go. All right, so you have your RCA ins at the top, your subwoofer out, your power, and then you have speaker out. This is pretty common stuff here. USB in, and that's it. 24-volt power supply, and then Bluetooth antenna up here. Bluetooth is aptX. Okay, what does that mean? aptX is a codec. That's a better codec. However, Apple products don't use the aptX codec. Like older Apple products. I don't even know if newer Apple products do, all right? So that is going to, you want to use a Android phone or a tablet or something like that to get a better Bluetooth codec. aptX is kind of equivalent to AAC, which is Apple's codecs, but you don't want to know that. All right, there are 8 EQ settings here, all right? SMSL has a house EQ, and it's called SBD, or Sierra Bravo Delta. And it's pretty good. It's very good, actually. At lower volumes, it's quite good. The speakers I tested this with were the Dolly Spectre 2s, Klipsch RP500M, and then the Mica RB42s. Here's a good thing about this amp. You can change the sound depending upon the speaker that you have mated up with it, all right? I actually compared this to the PS Audio Sprout. It sounds pretty good. Sounds very good. Actually, I mean, the PS Audio, it does some pretty cool stuff. But the thing you have to do to make the PS Audio sound pretty good is turn on the bass boost. And if you don't, it sounds kind of dry. That's been my experience with Class D. If you're not running any type of EQ or tone controls, the sound can be a bit dry and not edgy per se, but just a little bit lifeless. Okay? That's where the EQ comes in. All right, SBD, that EQ setting was fantastic. Okay? So here's the review. It's $140. It's a DAC amp. It uses the Infineon MA12070 chipset for the amp. And there are other Class D amps out there that use the same chipset that are actually a lot more expensive. Like the Sabage A20. Now that's a balanced one, but it uses the same chipset. This is a fantastic sounding little DAC amp. The SMSL 8018 is one of the DAC amps that I recommended before, and it's just simply because I didn't have the SA300. This one is more user-friendly. It doesn't have as many inputs as the 8018, but they're easier inputs to use, i.e. they have a full-size sub-out and things like that. This is a great choice for folks that are in the desktop, or great choice for a soundbar killer. All right, comes with the oftentimes used SMSL remote control. It does everything it needs to do. Is it fancy? No, it's not fancy, but it works. And it's pretty Pretty solid feeling. Soundbar killer. Desktop amplifier. Hook up a sub. Multiple EQ settings. SBD EQ when you're listening at lower volumes or really even higher volumes. It's very similar to a well done loudness control. A little bit of bass, a little bit of treble. Very well done. Drives everything that I threw at it. No problem at all. $140 DAC amp. Other room, whatever you need. So you got $140. All right, you got Bluetooth already. You want to hook up a phono player, turntable? Get one that already has a phono preamp, or get like a $100 Shit Manny, or Emotiva's got a nice one. Riga's got a nice little $99 phono preamp. No-brainer product here. Very highly recommended. The SA300 SMSL, okay? Fantastic. If you want to support the channel, you can sign up for Patreon, patreon.com/cheapaudioman. Every Sunday night we have patron-only Zooms. We also have a patron-only Facebook group. We also have patron-only content, okay? You can also use the links. If you buy the SA300 through my links, I'll get a commission off of it, all right? You can also sign up for Amazon Music HD for free. Actually, Amazon Music Unlimited now includes Amazon HD. It's like $7 a month if you have Prime. That's crazy. HD. All right, give it a try. I love it. You can also sign up for that. All right. So don't binge watch anything on Netflix or Hulu. Binge listen to your new SA300 and fill your soul with happiness. And with that, I'm Randy. I'm that cheap audio man.